Hey everybody, Dark Skeleton here, and today we're taking a look at two new cards for Whispers of the Old Gods, which I think I'm kind of liking quite a bit, given their versatility. So it's Forbidden Flame and Forbidden Shaping. One is a mage spell, and the other is a priest spell. The mage version, Forbidden Flame, is not really a zero mana spell, but you would think it looking at it. It spends all of your mana, and then deals that much damage to a minion. So you can't use it to hit the face, which is probably a good thing. At 10 mana, it becomes a Pyroblast. At 4 mana, it's deal 4 damage to a minion, which of course is obviously less good than Fireball. And in most cases, it's not exactly the most mana efficient card. I don't think 6 mana deal 6 is really that great. I mean, obviously it's not. Fireball would be better in all cases. But what Forbidden Flame does allow you to do is at any point in the mana curve, you can play it and have something get accomplished. If you have 1 mana remaining, you can use it to deal 1 damage. If you have 2 mana, you can use it to deal 2 damage, so on and so forth. At 9 mana, deal 9 might actually be what you're looking for on that turn. Because maybe your opponent's played a huge threat and you don't have any other answers. The strength of this card, as I was mentioning, is the versatility. No matter what turn it is during the game, you can do something with Forbidden Flame. What I would think of, or be curious about rather, is if you were to try to play a control deck and you'd want something like this, which I think it is a pretty decent card to include in those kinds of decks, would you want 1 copy or would you want 2? It's kind of a real debate there, because it's like, well, you get to 10 mana, wouldn't you just want to use Pyroblast instead? So maybe if that's the case, you would just want 1 copy simply because you're unlikely to need 2 filler turns by the time you hit turn 10 anyway. So maybe 1 copy would be okay as a filler card. Because sometimes with control decks, you get your mana curve screwed over really badly. But with cards like this, you can fill out that turn where something else would be missing, which is pretty nice. Okay, and then we have the Forbidden Shaping, which is similar, same kind of concept, except you spend all of your mana to summon a random minion as a priest, which means you can fill out your mana curve, and perhaps even in a better way than the Forbidden Flame card, simply because it's not a removal, it's a minion, and a minion means you can always build your board as long as you have Forbidden Shaping in your hand. Now, the range of minion quality obviously goes all over the charts. I don't even think that needs to be said. There are some good minions in the game, and there are some bad minions in the game. One thing you do really lose here, though, is the ability for Battlecry effects to trigger. Cards like Nefarian, 9 mana, 8/8, are a lot less good without their Battlecry to trigger. So, in some cases, you do lose some power there, but what you do gain is the versatility of being able to play a minion on any turn during the game, and you're guaranteed to spend your mana efficiently there. And when it gets to turn 10, I guess you could get cards like Deathwing, which would be pretty good, or I guess Cthulhu now would also be a card that would hit the table. And getting Cthulhu off of this wouldn't be so great unless you were playing a Cthulhu deck, because Cthulhu is a 6/6 by default, so Cthulhu is a nerf to Forbidden Shaping, I guess. I think specifically for the fact that it summons minions, I might consider running 2 of these in a priest deck, simply because it fills your mana curve. You'll never have a super bad turn because you'll have Forbidden Shaping to make up for those slow points in the game. Control Priest, probably one of the decks where you might have those turns where it would otherwise be really slow because you have too much mana or not enough. So Forbidden Shaping being able to fill the void there is pretty nice, helping the class curve out a bit better. So I do like both of these cards a lot, being able to be filler cards that fill in mana curves and makes sure that you always spend your mana efficiently. That's pretty cool. And the versatility in them, I mean, you don't have to play them alone. You could also play them with another card like throw out a 2-drop and then Forbidden Flame for 8 damage. That's perfectly fine as well. The fact that they have that versatility built into the card is really nice. And I think these are cards I want to play around with quite a bit personally. But yeah, we'll see how it turns out in the actual set once things get going in standard mode. So I've been Dark Skeleton. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.